Welcome back to Boolean Seconds. The new Rolex January 2020 prices have finally dropped. I thought we'd do a comparison on the prices. This is not going to be a speculation video. We're going to look at the actual figures and facts. I'm based in the UK, so the currency that we will be talking is the pound sterling. So it's been a long time coming for the price rise for Rolex, and to be honest, with people paying grey market prices, why would Rolex not increase the prices themselves? So first of all though, I'm going to talk about Omega's price rises. They had at least 2 price rises last year, one to take into consideration the British pound sterling being weak, and the second was the general Omega price rise. Some of their models, people felt the price rise was justifiable. For example, with the Seamaster 300, the movement went from an ETA to an in-house movement, so a lot of people felt the price rise could be justified. However, some of the price rises were crazy and much more than Rolex. If we look at the dark side of the moon, at Goldsmiths in 2018, November, it was £5,600. And then a year later, it was £9,400. That's a 68% increase. I still feel that this price rise went quite unnoticed with a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people picked up on this price rise, but yeah, that's quite a big jump. So on that basis, can we really complain of the Rolex price increase? Probably not. And to be fair, at least Rolex have done it in one go, taking the UK economy into consideration. And that's probably why we see an average of a 7% increase, whereas other countries have seen an average of around a 6% increase. What I would say though with Rolex, you kind of have an expectation of a price, and when you join the wait list and when you come to pay the deposit, the price has probably gone considerably higher. Whereas with Omega, you will find that you've got the option to buy that watch anytime, and if you wait and the prices have gone up, you've taken that risk on yourself. So I do feel there's a big difference there. So we've talked about an average of 7% increase. The key word being average. So what that means is some Rolexes have increased by over 7% and some Rolexes have increased by less than 7%. What we're going to do now is have a look at it model by model and see if there's any correlations in the increases of price. So let's start off with the lowest price increase. So the lowest price increase is a 4.2% increase, and that's with the Yachtmaster 2. And that's gone from £14,350 to £14,950. The next model is the Rolex Cellini. So this model here has had a slightly more increase than the Yachtmaster 2. Instead of 4.2, it's 4.3. And this has gone from £11,700 to £12,200. So I am actually only using a handful of examples here. The remainder of the examples I'm using are actually all over the 7% average price increase. The next one I'm looking at is the bimetal Daytona, and that's just gone over the average of the 7% at a 7.2% price increase. And this example here has had a price increase from £14,550 to £15,600. I did also want to have a look at the all steel Datejust 41 price increase, but for some reason that wasn't coming up on the website. So the next one that actually is on the list is the bimetal Datejust 41, and that's had a price increase of 7.7%, and that's gone from £9,800 to £10,550. Up next is the Pepsi at 8.4% increase, and to be honest, for that GMT, that's not much. It's gone from 7,150 to 7,750, and with the grey market price, I'm sure anyone would be fine with that price increase. Up next is a combination. So the first one of that combination is the root beer full Everose Gold. That's gone up at 8.5%. So the price increase of that one is £28,250 to £30,650. That 8.5% increase can be seen with another full gold watch, which is the Smurf Blue Submariner. That's gone up from £28,350 to £30,750. The next price increase is at 9.2%. Here we've got another combination of watches, but they're quite different in the sense that one is bimetal and one is all steel. So the first one at 9.2% is the root beer light, and that's had the price increase from £10,850 to £11,850. So that's a straight £1,000 increase. And the second watch at 9.2% is a Submariner with date, and that's actually gone from £6,550 to £7,150. At 9.6% is the Submariner no date, so that's actually gone from £5,750 to £6,300. So it's still a lot cheaper than the Submariner with date, but it's narrowed down the gap now between the two models. And the final watch we will look at is a price increase of 9.9%. It's no surprise, it's the all steel Daytona, which has had a price increase from £9,550 to £10,500. So is there actually any correlation in the price increases? Well, it looks like there is some sort of grouping going on with some examples. So the white gold Smurf and the full Ever Rose Gold root beer, they've seen a similar price increase at 8.5%, and they've got similar materials. But to be honest, their demand is probably just as equal. So I don't really think we can say that the price increase is down to materials. So for example, the bimetal root beer has shown a high increase in price, whereas the bimetal Daytona isn't as high of a price increase. It is clear though that the word average has been used cleverly. So the unpopular models such as the Cellini and Yachtmasters have only had a small price increase of 4%, and that's helped bring that overall average down to 7%. What that has done is it's actually disguised the 9 to 10% increase which has been seen in the Submariners and Daytonas, which are the more demanding models. And so yeah, that's been quite well disguised with the average 7%. So this brings me to my conclusion, which is that the price increase doesn't really reflect an increase in cost of materials or metals. It's more to do with Rolex combating the grey market. I wouldn't even say it's their way of combating the grey market. It's probably their way of taking their share of what people are probably willing to spend on these high demand watches such as the Submariners and the Daytonas. But for me, there's a twist in this. So what I did think is that GMT has not had a big price increase, and that's probably more to do with the fact that the revisions in Basel 2020 are probably going to be more for the Daytona and the Submariner. And this is probably Rolex's way of preparing the prices in time for Basel 2020 when they probably revise the Daytona and Submariner. So what does it mean for me? Well, I'm on the wait list for the GMT Root Beer Light at another £1,000 though. It's making me rethink if I'm better opting for the Batman Jubilee wait list. But is there such a thing as jumping wait lists? I don't know. Will that mess things up? I don't know. Let's see what 2020 brings. Let's see what Basel 2020 brings, and hopefully I'll update on this channel as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.